Hi guys. I don't actually even know where to start. Jesus, how long has it been? It's been like since my last video, like 2 years. At one point I genuinely didn't think I was coming back. I'm gonna be so honest with all of you. But here I am, so clearly something went well. So anyway, where do I even start? So before we get into this video, obviously it's what if Deku was a demigod. I've made this video before, but this is a remake. I've changed my whole style. I'm not doing it the way I used to, but we're gonna get more into that in a minute. But I'm gonna explain where I've been, what's happened. So basically, I just stopped enjoying YouTube. It just wasn't a bit of me no more, to be honest. Like, I was just writing what ifs for the sake of it. Like, it's not that I weren't enjoying making it. It's just the fact what I was making wasn't what I wanted. I was just doing the same thing as you lot could probably know. Just thinking of some crazy idea, like what if he had every whatever dojutsu. I couldn't think of the word. Leave it at. And then I'd just make him super overpowered. I'd make it seem like he's the strongest in the whole universe. And the next episode, somehow, there's a guy he can't beat. He gets even stronger, but I thought he was the strongest he already was. It's just a load of rubbish. It's not content. It's just regurgitating information. Everyone does it. It doesn't have any originality. It doesn't have any purpose. I know I'm going a bit extreme. It's just why I just couldn't make videos anymore. I had no passion for it. But just because I didn't make the videos doesn't mean I wasn't writing the scripts. Don't get it twisted. I still had my creative drive, just not for uploading them. And then because I didn't need to upload them to try and get views or do anything like that, I could actually think and sit about my ideas with no rush. And then I came to this one. I really enjoyed this series when I was making it. But because I was rushed to get it out, and for those who was about back then, I was posting like 4 videos a day. I was fucked. Ooh, I nearly said a word I wasn't allowed to. But I've saved it, so it's okay. But I was pumping them out. And then in the end up, what happened? Yeah, I burnt out and nothing happened. But in this time that I've took away, I took this time to write the script how I wanted to. And this was originally meant to come back as a movie. But I filmed it all, did all this, did all that. It was over 7 hours. I couldn't upload that. No offense to you lot, yeah. No one of you is going to sit there for 7 hours and watch that whole thing. It'd be a pointless video, all my effort wasted. So this is going to be split up into parts. I might after this start doing like part 2 and 3 in the same episode. Like it'll be 40-minute episode, maybe even an hour, but you'll enjoy it. But yeah, so I'm splitting it into parts. I've really tried my best there. I'm not just following the whole My Hero Academia story. This is because I feel like every what if just becomes it's a what if Deku what if. It's a Izuku Midoriya what if. It's not a My Hero Academia what if. This, I've broken the standard, but let's not get too involved in that. I don't want to ruin the video. But anyways, what I needed to say, I've changed the way I do my videos. Because, yes, I can sit here and talk as much as I want, but I stutter, I mumble, I forget what I'm saying. It doesn't flow the way I want it to flow. It doesn't make you want to sit there and take in the whole story. So I've decided to save me my voice, my beautiful voice, and to make it where I can focus more on the script and the story, I've started using an AI-generated voice for the videos. Keep in mind, this is all completely up to you lot how this goes. If you really hate it, I will talk in the videos. I will be the one voicing them. If you like it, we'll keep going. We'll improve it. We'll try new voices. We're just going to see how it goes. It all depends on you. Just comment down below what you think. But anyway, without further ado, let's get rid of this Harry Fox returns. Let's give it a little glitch. Oh, look at that. What if Deku was a demigod? Other than that, guys, I think I should let you enjoy this amazing video. I know it's a bit like egotistical, but all big words, but I think you'll enjoy it. Just give it a chance. Other than that, guys, if you did enjoy, comment down below what else you'd like to see. And other than that, enjoy the video. Cue the intro.
we usually would in the other what-ifs. In this story, we begin at the border between Olympus and the underworld, a place where sky turns to ash, where the wind holds its breath. There stand three brothers, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, the gods of sky, sea, and death. This is not a war council, not yet, but what they decide here may ignite one. Zeus speaks first. His voice echoes like distant thunder. My brothers, we meet here today to discuss the matter of an heir, one who will carry the legacy of Olympus. I wish this were an easy matter, but it is not. Every demigod begs to be chosen. Every half-blood prays for our favor, but none are worthy. Poseidon's hands clench. Water coils around him as his voice rises. Then why summon us here at all? What purpose does this meeting serve if no successor exists? Zeus remains steady. You already know, brother. Olympus is frozen, stagnant, a relic of its past glory. Hatred, division, pride. These are the sins we judge mortals for, yet they are ours too. The mortal world has changed, grown, evolved. They progress because of your idea, Hades, to bless the many, not just the chosen few. Hades doesn't flinch. He speaks softly, but the air grows colder. I mean no disrespect, Zeus, but what exactly is it you're suggesting? Zeus smiles faintly. Perhaps I'm rambling. What I truly propose is this. We stop searching for a worthy heir and instead create one together. Poseidon scoffs. Create an heir? That changes nothing. If he's raised here, he will become like the rest. Just another god poisoned by Olympus. Zeus answers firmly. That is why he will not be raised here. He will live among mortals, unaware of what he is. He will grow in their world, learn their strength, their flaws. Only then will he awaken. Poseidon stares at him, but Hades steps forward first. I've been wanting a son for a while now. I agree. Zeus nods. As do I. I would see him as my son as well. Poseidon's lip curls. You would claim a mortal child as your own son? Disgusting. Thunder cracks behind Zeus. Storm clouds swirl. That, right there, is the very kind of discrimination I was speaking of. Poseidon doesn't back down. He raises his arm, a weapon forming in the air from mist and salt, the trident of Poseidon. You may be king of the gods, Zeus, but even a king can be dethroned. Lightning strikes into Zeus's palm, forming his legendary bolt. You dare threaten me? As the sky darkens, a cold flame ignites. Black fire bursts from Hades' eyes. Shadows rise around him. From that darkness comes a blade, the sword of the underworld. If you two plan to fight, don't expect me to stand aside. His voice cuts like steel. If you raise your weapons, you risk another great war between gods. A silence falls. They remember the last time, a war that nearly ended everything. Their rage slowly fades. Zeus speaks again. Poseidon, you are not required to love the child, but know this. If you ever raise a hand against him, for the first time in history, I and Hades will stand united, and we will take your head. Poseidon grits his teeth, but after a long pause, he lowers his weapon. Fine. The gods close their eyes. They speak in ancient tongues no mortal would understand. Power begins to swirl, a divine ritual never before attempted. Zeus is first. To my son, I grant the power of the sky, dominion over weather and storm, strength enough to shatter mountains, and the weapon of Olympus, my lightning bolt. Hades follows. To my son, I grant dominion over death, power over flame and shadow, the ability to vanish from the eyes of fate, and the blade of the underworld. Poseidon speaks last. To this half-blood child, I grant the power of the seas. The ocean shall protect you, heal you, obey you, and I give you my trident. And then a light forms in the air, bright, divine, pulsing with life. But before it can finish, something else happens. More lights appear in the sky. The other gods are watching, but they do not come in anger. They come because they agree. They too want Olympus to change. Apollo speaks first. I grant the child my light, the power to heal others, and perfect aim. No shot shall miss. Take my broken bow, and one day make it whole. Athena follows. I grant him wisdom beyond comprehension, knowledge that transcends time itself. Let him think not like a god, but like a mortal who understands the world. Hephaestus steps forward. I grant him fire, not the kind that burns, but the kind that builds. Let him forge weapons of will. Let him command flame. Aphrodite smiles. I grant him beauty, enough to inspire, enough to break the hearts of gods and men alike. Hermes chuckles. I grant him speed, swifter than wind, faster than thought. Let no one outrun him. Ares growls. And I grant him influence. Let his words sway armies. Let his rage become a weapon. And as more gods gather, the child's light grows brighter. But then, everything changes. A new light crashes down, one filled not with blessing, but with hate. A massive figure descends from the heavens, glowing, enraged. It is Hercules. His voice is filled with venom. This is wrong. That child is a mistake. I am the rightful heir. I bled for Olympus. I crushed titans. And you replace me with this. Zeus's face darkens. You lost your place, Hercules, when you tried to kill the three of us in the last war. We let you live. That mercy ends now. Hercules roars and lunges. He raises a blade forged in rage, aiming for the light that holds the unborn child. Lightning flashes. Zeus hurls a bolt. It strikes Hercules in the face, burning and blinding him. Poseidon follows. His trident slams through Hercules' gut, pinning him mid-air. And then Hades walks forward. His eyes glow black, his blade hums with ancient magic. He would murder a child before it draws breath. Then let your soul carry that mark forever. He stabs him through the back. Hercules screams, his skin turns purple, rotten, cursed. Zeus raises his hand. I should end you, but death is too kind. He closes his fingers. You are stripped of godhood. You will walk among mortals, powerless, forgotten. In a flash of divine light, Hercules is banished. And then, silence. The divine light pulses again, and from it, the child is born. Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, they all stare in awe. He is beautiful, powerful, powerful. Even Poseidon, who opposed his birth, now cradles the child like a newborn star. Who's my little boy? You are, oh, you are. Zeus and Hades burst into laughter. Poseidon clears his throat. Maybe The idea of a son wasn't so bad after all. And thus, Izuku was born. Hair a shimmering blue, glowing faintly like the calm ocean before a storm. Eyes as deep and blue as the sea. And a soul touched by every corner of divinity. He would grow, not as a god, not as a mortal, but as something new. The child had been born. Izuku, son of sky, sea, and shadow. A being touched by Olympus, but destined to walk among mortals. He would know nothing of his origin. He would not awaken surrounded by gods, nor hear choirs of Olympus sing his name. No, he would be born into silence, into confusion, because he was never meant to be a god who looked down. He was meant to be a god who rose up. But for that, he needed a mother. Long before Izuku's soul was woven, Hades walked the mortal realm, searching not for power, but for potential. He watched the rise and fall of queens. He saw tyrants burn. And yet, among the millions of souls, none were worthy, until he found her. A woman born of sorrow, with a heart too strong to break. She was not born by chance. She was made. Hades shaped her in secret, not from divine clay, but from fragments of human will. He guided her birth, her breath, her bloodline. Inko Midoriya. A human, but not truly. Her soul burned too bright. Her tears were never wasted. And though she did not know it, Olympus had watched her since the day she drew breath. She was meant to be the bridge between two worlds, a vessel, a protector, a mother to a god. On earth, years passed. She grew, she loved, she lost, all under the illusion of free will. And when the time came, Hades whispered, not in words, but in fate. Nentintenti, the storm passed. Inko Midoriya opened her eyes. She had collapsed on a crowded city bus. Now she was in a hospital bed, light burning overhead, nurses whispering all around. Then the doctor returned. Miss Midoriya, he said slowly, you're pregnant. She stared at him, confused, speechless. That's impossible, she whispered. I haven't, not since my husband died. But the tests were undeniable. A heartbeat, strong, surging. Something inside her was alive. She thought it was a medical anomaly, a mutant quirk, but no one could explain it. And over the next few months, strange things began to happen. Her failing small business suddenly exploded into success. A viral product launch, a partnership, stock value soaring. Bills disappeared. Her health reversed. Even her aging houseplants bloomed, out of season. Some said she was blessed. Others whispered, cursed. Inko considered ending the pregnancy more than once. But every time she tried, something stopped her. She would reach the clinic doors and feel a hand on her shoulder, but there was no one there. She would open her mouth to speak and feel her voice vanish. It was as if the world itself refused to let the child go. No, as if the world protected him. 9 months passed, and on the 9th day of the 9th month, under a sky that turned gold for just a moment, Izuku Midoriya was born. He did not cry. He opened his eyes, brilliant deep blue, and stared into the soul of the world. Even the nurse gasped. He's not normal. Inko, holding him, began to cry, not from fear, but because, somehow, she knew this child was not just hers. He was meant to be. Izuku grew, not with a roar of power, but with quiet wonder. He crawled before other children, walked by 6 months. By age 1, he spoke full sentences. Not just words, ideas, dreams. He would stare at the ocean for hours, his small hand outstretched. And though he never noticed, the tide would shift. Waves would dance. Rain clouds would vanish when he laughed. And when he cried, even the walls seemed to tremble. But no one called it divine. They called it coincidence. Inko watched her son with a love that bordered on reverence. She never told him the truth, not that she fully understood it herself. She just knew he was different. One night she found him standing in the yard, barefoot, staring into the sky. "I saw a man with fire in his eyes," Izuku whispered. He smiled, and then he left. There was no one there, only the wind. But Inko knew that was no dream. The gods were watching. At age 4, something changed. The doctors said it was a late-onset quirk manifestation. A small spark, nothing dramatic. But the readings didn't make sense. His blood pressure surged beyond adult levels. He generated heat, but it wasn't fire. It was something else, something deeper, like the earth itself was responding to him. And then came the bullies. Children sense weakness, or in Izuku's case, difference. They called him weird, broken, powerless. But Izuku never struck back. No matter how many times he was pushed or mocked, he never fought. Not because he couldn't, but because a voice, faint and ancient, echoed in the back of his mind. "You are meant for more." Then came the incident. A boy shoved him down a flight of stairs at school. Izuku hit the ground hard, bones snapping in his leg. But before anyone could scream or call for help, he stood, bone realigned, skin sealed, pain gone. The teacher fainted. Izuku just looked at his hands, confused. "I didn't mean to," he said. "It just fixed." That was the moment Olympus stirred. Not fully awake, but aware. Their heir had begun to rise.
Alright guys, and that is it for this episode. The heir has risen. What do you guys think? What do you think of my new style? What do you think of the AI voice? Do I keep it? Do I change it? Also, what do you think of my new way of tackling what ifs? The new ways of building stories, not rushing things. Just comment it all down below. Ideas you want in the what if. What else you want to see, what you think of it, how I could do better, how things I've done that made it worse. This is not just me creating this is you guys as well. But other than that, I really do hope you enjoyed the videos. Do not forget to like and subscribe and comment down below for more videos, I guess, and more of what you'd want to see. And you already know the drill, what am I doing wasting my time. Other than that guys, hope you enjoy it. Have a lovely day or evening. Love.